Hi, I'm Uriah. I'm an IT manager at a tech company, and I'm going to share to you with this video of 8 essential soft skills that I think IT professionals should have. If you missed my last video, it was on 10 technical skills to learn for IT professionals. So whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your career, hopefully these insights are helpful to you. So let's get started. First soft skill is communication. Now, communication is so key because without it, how can you transmit ideas or what you're planning on doing? If there's communication breakdown, it's just not going to work. And that goes for just about for any job. But key in technology, especially when you're trying to communicate technical terms to someone who's not technical. That's also key. You're explaining to them what you're going to do, but not going over their head at the same time. And there's also could be a language barrier. I mean, we have people on our team that are from different countries. And so sometimes there's that culture difference, but we still need to be able to communicate our thoughts and ideas. The next skill is willing to learn. So we need to be willing to learn new things, having that drive to wanting to learn new things. Because the tech industry is always changing. What you did in your job 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you're probably doing something different now. So it's always going to keep on changing. You always got to keep up. If you don't learn, you're going to get left behind. One of the most important soft skills to have is teamwork, working with the team. Because if you don't work well with the team, then things just start to deteriorate. You can't work well together. It really breaks down the whole team. So we always have the term team before self. We want to help the team, being helpful to others. Having that skill will just make other people like you and want to work with you, and be like, oh, I got to work with that person. I got to go ask him for help. You don't want that. So you always want to be a good team player and help support your team, make your team better. What do you bring to the team that you can help? The next skill is being adaptable. Like we were talking about, the tech industry is always changing. So are businesses, so are teams. So we need to be able to change and shift gears and pivot in different directions. And the people that have been most adaptable have been most successful in their business. Instead of trying to just stick to one rigid way, they're able to adapt and move along and go with what's changing. That's one thing that's constant, is that things are always going to change. Customer service. Now, customer service, even if you're not on the support team, having good customer service skills, because you're always working with others. Maybe you're working with someone in a different department. Having good customer skills can help make everything run a lot smoother. Always putting the customer first, having understanding where they're coming from. Put yourself in their shoes. What trouble are they going through? How can you help them? That's always key, because then people are going to want to work with you. They're going to give you praise. They're going to be like, wow, that person really went the extra yard to help me out. So understanding the business. Remember, think business first and then tech second. So when you take the time to understand how the business works, they're going to see you not only as just, oh, that tech guy, but they're like, hey, like, I'm going to seek his advice. Problem solving. And maybe that's why you got into IT, is because you liked understanding certain how things worked, and if it didn't work, how can we fix it? And so that's a key skill to have across, and no matter which role you're in, you're always problem solving. You're always confronted with a problem, and sometimes they might be complex ones. And you change one thing and it changes this and it changes that, and so it can be kind of complex. It takes some critical thinking ability to be able to see what's the best and right path. Maybe there's not a perfect path, but what's the best one to go forward with. Servant leadership is where you actually put others ahead of yourself. I like to say, if your team was pulling a big boulder, you wouldn't be like telling them keep pulling, but you'd be pulling it with them. That's the servant leadership. So having those skills, even if no one reports to you, you don't have, you're just being on a team. That's how I kind of got started. Is that I was always willing to help others and take the lead, and I would never ask someone to do something that I wouldn't do. And so that would always help them to look to me as a leader, even though I wasn't saying like, oh, I'm your leader, follow me. But they wanted to. They come to me for advice because I really cared about them. So let's talk about how to develop these skills. The main one is to learn from others. You see someone that does something really well, like, oh wow, that person, he's a good communicator. Spend some time around them, ask them questions like, hey, how'd you learn how to be so good at that? Take little nuggets from them and then apply it. You need to practice it. Practice what you learned. And then you can better adopt that skill and develop that skill. There are tons of people who are experts in the area and they're willing to give their advice for free, even if you don't know anybody. Like you can look on YouTube videos. There's many people willing to share their experience and tips on how to learn. So there's a few ways that you can develop those soft skills, and it's by practicing. You learn something, then you practice it. Keep practicing, and over time, you'll get better at it. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more. Check out my other video about the top 10 technical skills to learn for IT jobs. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Or if you have any ideas for the next topic, just let me know. All right, thanks. Bye.